everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we're going to be playing with some new makeup. If I plan this correctly, this will be coming after the large luxury beauty haul that I just put up. I took advantage of some July sales and some new releases. August was going to be a month of me using all of those new products and then also doing some tutorials, but I will admit there are some things I have picked up. I did pick up the Mel Thompson Sydney Grace collab because I had to. I will be picking up some of the Chanel Fall Winter 2020, but I will do that later in the month. I know they're available online. I know they're available at the boutiques, but I have a friend who works for Chanel at Saks in Beverly Hills. I'll be ordering through him. When I do the video, I will give you his information in case you want to pick up some stuff from Chanel or from Saks in general. I like the collection, but there are some, I'll get into that when I do my Will I Buy It, which is coming up soon. So today I thought, okay, let's get into some of the makeup that I've already picked up. So the first thing is the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I don't own anything by Tatcha other than this. I have heard great things about Tatcha, trust me, I've heard all the amazing things. I did try the primer once, like the putty type primer, and that was terrible. It did not work well for my skin. But my skin is very dry. So I've been told, putting on my headband to get my hair out of the way, I have been told that the purple line is the line for me because I have dry skin, and that this can be used under or over makeup. So today, we are gonna try it under my makeup and see what happens. Well, it smells nice. We'll see if it actually does anything. If you're very familiar with Tatcha and you'd like to let me know what I should try, please let me know. It's not that I'm against the line, I don't know much about it, and I did try the one primer that everybody said they loved and it did not work well for me, so I've been a little hesitant to try things ever since. The next two things are by Terry. And by Terry is a line that I actually do have things from, and I do love by Terry. I love the by Terry hyaluronic powder. I use it underneath my eyes. I love the by Terry lip balm, the rose. I think that's beautiful. But there's some things, and I'm looking over here because this is where my drawers are, where I keep all my makeup. Some of the by Terry products are too scented for me. And there was one product that I tried last year. It was like one of their bronzing gel types of things, and the scent was so strong, I literally couldn't use it. So I am careful about that. But this is the Terribly Denseless, if I get that right, foundation. Now this is not new, it's been around for a little while, but it is difficult to figure out the shades in this. When I went online, I couldn't really figure out what shade I was, but then I watched Geek Out of Water and she had this foundation, she used it. She's about the same shade that I am, and she bought it in a color named Medium Peach, which is number 5, which again, that's what I'm saying, like the color range is odd. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Gucci, where the bronzer, where we're like, what shade are we? So this is what it looks like. It's thicker. It may be a little too dark for me, but it may be okay. It's so hard nowadays when you can't, something weird in my hair, when you can't go into a store, you can't tell, what your shade is. And even for me, when I use things like a Tom Ford, which I'm usually like a certain shade, he changes his shade range depending on the different products. So, even though I'm one shade in like his stick foundation, I'm another shade in his Shade and Illuminate foundation. So, it makes it difficult. But anyway, so this foundation is a anti-wrinkle serum foundation and affirming perfector. It does say that it's ultra smoothing and even matte radiance, and you should shake it before use like I did. It does have that scent, I guess it's rose. I mean, because they have the rose balm for your lips. I don't mind it I actually kind of like it on the balm for your lips. I like it for the balm on your lips, but I don't know, like sometimes it can just be too strong. I like fragranced items, even though my skin is sensitive, but I like fragranced items in certain things, and it does depend on the fragrance. I don't really like fragrance in my skincare. I like fragrance in some of my makeup items, but it has to be certain scents. I admit, I am picky. But you know, if you're spending a lot of money on something, you should be picky. Wow, that's actually really nice. And the shade is perfect. Thanks to Geek Out of Water, Shelly. Thank you, Shelly, because that is actually a great shade for me, and I would have never picked that. I would have picked something much lighter on the number, you know, because this is number 5. I wouldn't have chosen that. Wow, that's perfect. Okay, let me put some brows on and then we'll get to the next product. And if you watched my full face or almost full face of Gucci, because Gucci doesn't have eyeshadows or foundation yet, although I hear they're coming out with eyeshadows soon, I use the Gucci eye powder pencil on my eyebrows, and I am really enjoying. The next is the By Terry Terribly Densaless Compact, and this is the Wrinkle Control Pressed Powder. Instant Flawless Finishing Matte Powder. Interesting. All right, it says, this powder compact blazes new paths in wrinkle reparation and recasts the complexion in a youthful light by smoothing, mattifying, and retexturizing lined skin. Hey, if it does that, then I'm totally in. I will say that the compact is really pretty. Let me show it to you. I got my fingerprints all over it. It's like this it's very reflective, so hopefully you can kind of see it. There we go. See the ring light in there. It's this really gorgeous, heavy silver compact. And then you open it up and it's got this little mirror, and then you can see it's got the cushioned imprint in the powder, which I just think is really pretty. I don't know why, but I really like that cushion, like the Chanel cushion look. I just think it's nice. And then it comes with a little sponge if you want to carry a little sponge with you if you're carrying it around. And I have it in shade 2, Fresh Tone Nude. Let's go in. This is my La Mer powder brush. I'm mostly putting it through my T-zone area, because even though my skin is dry, even I get some dryness there. Okay. What do we think, guys? Do I look 10 years younger? My line's gone. I will say it does mattify and it does smooth. I will give it that. Like, that's actually pretty good. So that's actually very pretty. I might want to use it as a finishing powder and not a setting powder, but anyway, we'll get there when we get there. Okay, so next is the Edward Bess Ultra Luminous Bronzer. Now, I don't have any other products from Edward Bess, actually. I like Edward Bess. I've tried out his products. I think I used to try them out in Barney's, New York, which, again, it's depressing that that's gone. But anyway, so I had tried out Edward Bess in their store a couple of times when I was buying other products. And I always liked Edward Bess. I liked a whole bunch of things. I remember liking the liners, I think. But I never picked anything up, and I'm not exactly sure why. But I decided to pick up this bronzer in Daydream, because it just looked like a shade that I don't know. It's like a shade that I thought I would like. And you know me with my bronzers. How many bronzers do I have? Do I need another bronzer? No. But this just looked pretty. It's cooler. You know, I'm a sucker for a cool bronzer. I just think it's really pretty. And I like the name, Daydream. Like the shade, I just think that's pretty. So it's a lightweight bronzing powder for a sheer and natural looking glow. So let's go ahead and try it out. I have my Tom Ford, original Tom Ford bronzing brush. As you know, in my haul video, if you watched it, I picked up a new bronzing brush from BK Beauty. And I love BK Beauty, but since I'm trying these things out for the first time, I wanted to use brushes that I'm familiar with. Just, you know, I don't want it to be something to do with the brush that I've used, or this gives me, you know, control because I know I've used it before. I know how it's gonna look. Oh, that's really nice. I think that's beautiful bronzer. Definitely cooler toned. Reminds me of the Gucci Really nice. Obviously, I should have been buying more Edward Bess this entire time. That would be about right. Like, the whole Edward Bess line turns out to be my favorite thing ever, and I've never bought anything from it. Okay, next is the Patrick Ta. You guys have seen me use this before. This is the Double Take Cream and Powder Blush, but I picked it up in a different shade. This is She's That Girl. I had it in She's So LA. This is the pink. I like the She's So LA so much, and I honestly, I love that blush combo that I was like, well, let me try the pink. I'll probably pick it up in the peach too, but I'm gonna wait for the Sephora sale, the big sale, the 20% off sale. I'll say I just heard, and I put this up on Instagram, that Sephora's having a $20 off $100 sale and $15 off $75 sale. So I'm just like, great, more sales. Here is the cream, here's the powder. I think there's gonna be a lot of sales this year, guys. With everything going on, people aren't buying as much. I'm gonna put the powder on first. People aren't buying as much makeup or clothes or shoes. And you know, I get it. There we go. It's just he did such an amazing job with the formula. It's just beautiful. I love the pink. I didn't pick up a new highlighter, so we're not gonna do highlighter today. So, you know, whatever. As I did mention in my haul video, I picked up 2 of the Mothership Pat McGrath palettes to finish up my Mothership collection. That sounds odd. Anyway, but we're gonna use Subversive today. This is Subversive. This, of course, is not new at all. It's been out for, I don't even know how long this has been out. For a very long time. You know, I always liked Pat McGrath, and I did pick up her products relatively early on, but I didn't get crazy about the Motherships until, I don't know, like a year or so ago. It's not that I didn't think they were nice. I was just kind of like, well, I don't really need them. And then I picked up, I forgot which one was my first. And then I was like, oh, now I have to have all of them. So, I mean, that's what happens with Pat McGrath shadows, because you're kind of like, oh, well, you know, I have a pretty decent collection. I don't need whatever. And then you try her formula and you realize it's just so unique. That's the thing. You don't have shades like her shades, because there aren't shades like her shades. The special shades, if you will, in her Motherships, there isn't really anything like that. By the way, the shade I'm using on my eye right now is Deep Shade, which is this one here. Even the simple shades like this one, it's not really a simple shade. I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's got depth to it that you look at it in the palette and you're like, oh, it's like a bronzy brown matte. And then you put it on your eye, and depending on your undertone and how you apply it, and you know, a number of other things, you're like, oh, it takes on like a cool tone. Oh, it's got some purple in it. And those aren't even like the duochromes. These are just the regular shades. I mean, I don't know how she does it, but I have to say, I am always impressed with her Motherships. I'm not always, I like her 6 pans, and I have a few of them, but I have to say sometimes I'm not like as wowed with her 6 pans. So I'm actually not picking up her, well, I don't think I'm gonna pick up her newest one, the Rose, Ritual Rose, I think it is, that comes out. I'm probably gonna pick up some of the pencils, the lip liners, but I don't think I'm gonna pick up the 6 pan. Who knows, maybe I will change my mind, but I don't think so. I think I'm gonna stick with some other things that I'm picking up. Plus, you just saw my haul, like I have enough. I have way too much, actually. Way too much. Okay, so let's do a simple look today. Let's go in with Skin Show Fever, which is a very pale, like champagne color. I'll do a actual tutorial on, or like a whole look with this guys, if you're interested, but I figured it wasn't really necessary because this palette's been around for like a long time. But you can see already, I mean, that's simple, but look how beautiful that is. It's just, I mean, all of her shades are just so amazing. Okay, let's go in with Lazarus. This shade here. It's like a darker, well, we'll see what color it is when it's on my eye. Put this on the outer corner. Just deepen up the look a little. The other thing about the Pat McGrath motherships, you can do a really complicated, and I did one when I did my giveaway video. I did a really I would call it elaborate, colorful look. And you can absolutely do that with her palettes, but you can also do something really simple and just pretty, and you could use like one of her shades. I mean, her palettes are so versatile. You can do something every day, you can do something completely over the top. That's the great thing. I'm gonna take the shade Astral Ghost Orchid. Gotta love it. The names kill me, which is this shade here. And the reason it's Astral Ghost Orchid is because once you like put your finger on it, you'll see it's got like this opal shift. I'm just gonna put that in the inner portion just a little. I mean, her shades, her mothership palettes, every time I'm always just like amazed. I'll put mascara on in a minute, but I also wanted to show you, I picked up 2 of the Scott Barnes Flossy Glossy lip glosses, and I wasn't gonna pick them up because, as I said to everyone, I'm not really into the lip products right now because, well, I'm wearing masks. As I showed you in my haul, I picked up Coins and this shade Swaggy, and that's what I'm gonna use today. In case you didn't see my haul, but if you didn't see it, you should go check it out because you can see what's coming in some future videos. That is Swaggy. Coins is more of a metallic brown bronzy color. It's really pretty, I really like it, but I wanted to do this one today because I think it'll go better with the look. I didn't pick up a new liner, so I'm gonna use the Sicily Chocolate liner, which I always use. And lately I have found other liners that I really like. The new Chanel liners, the new formula is phenomenal. So if you're picking up the new Chanel fall line or whatever, and you wanna pick up the lip liners, they're really, really good. The other thing I'd mention, although I know we're not talking about Chanel right now, but the double tenure, whatever they are, those lip things, I used one in my what to wear, like if you're going out and you have like a long day and you wanna wear something that will not fade. Those double lip things, they do not fade. They do not wear off. And there's like 8 new shades that are gonna be available. I'll be picking them up in September from my friend at Saks, but they are available at the boutiques now. And there's like 8 new shades and they look stunning. And I am definitely gonna pick up like 4 of those because those things you could wear under your mask. I'm pretty sure they would not transfer. I have not tried it, but I have worn them for an entire day and eaten like pizza and they didn't come off. So, just saying. Okay, so let's go ahead and try Swaggy. It has a light scent, like suntan lotion. It's kind of, I think it's like suntan lotion. I don't know, it smells nice. So I brought you in closer for the finished look. I have on the By Terry Terribly Denseless Foundation in shade Medium Peach, which I never would have picked. I have the By Terry Terribly Denseless Powder, which I love. That powder is awesome. I have on the Edward Bess bronzer in Daydream, which is gorgeous. The Patrick Ta blush in She's That Girl. I have on the Pat McGrath Mothership palette, which, all her palettes are just gorgeous. I think it looks stunningly beautiful. I have on the Scott Barnes lip gloss in Swaggy, which I really like. And then I have the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist underneath, and I think it looks really pretty. I mean, I don't know right now if it's the skin mist or the foundation or the powder, because these things are all new, but I don't even have a highlighter on, and I think if you kind of see like the glistening here, see that? I mean, I don't have a highlighter on. So I don't know, I think that looks really nice. I'm gonna definitely play around with this and let me know about the other Tatcha products. And I'll be playing around with this foundation and the powder and let you guys know. Or maybe it's the bronzer. I mean, who knows? But I think it created a really nice look. I think it looks dewy and glowy, and of course Pat McGrath the shadows are beautiful. I really like the gloss too. I think it looks really nice. It's just right now I'm not wearing a lot of gloss because of masks, but I think when I'm not wearing masks, this is gonna be one of my favorites. It's a great color, went on beautifully, it looks really stunning. So yeah, all good choices so far, guys. Wait till I get to all the other things in the haul that I did. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate it. As always, if you could hit like, if you could hit subscribe, I would really appreciate it. It helps my channel grow. And I'll see you in another video really soon. Bye-bye.